What if Russia dropped a nuke on the United States of America? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing, but since Russia and Ukraine decided to argue. Major fears brewing globally. Why? Well, it's time to play a nuclear game according to Putin, or so the tale goes. He wants to play, but NATO is trying everything to get him to play the game of peace. Every move is directed at averting it, though have you wondered what will happen should a nuclear war breaks out? Hey, welcome back to our channel. Ever heard of an all-out nuclear war before? Well, before we nuke into another episode, if it's your first time, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications for fresh content weekly. Engage with us in the comments below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Diving into the explosive thought, where the first possible attack would be launched. According to an expert, these 6 cities would be the most vulnerable. He claimed that because they are some of the biggest and densest in the nation, those cities would be especially at risk. New York, Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C., the 6 most likely targets, would not be ready for a nuclear attack. These are some of the most insanely busy and biggest cities that also govern most of the USA infrastructure, upon which the biggest crack like Humpty Dumpty's shell will occur. Once these are taken out, not even the king's men and horses can help build USA in time. What would a nuclear attack actually feel like? The irony of karma is indeed historical. Looking back, there are 2 instances in history when nuclear bombs have been deployed during a conflict, were when the United States struck the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. These bombs caused terrible damage and many fatalities. A total of 120,000 individuals are thought to have died instantly, and thousands more did so in the months that followed. Wonder how they felt. Toasty and crisp, perhaps. Cricky, they couldn't have felt anything but the senses burn off. The blast starts off with an enormous orange fireball full of heated air, and fragments of weaponry would be released from a bomb less than 1/millionth of a second after the explosion. Within 1 kilometer radius, any human will have been deatomized like the super frying you head on with his heat vision. Nuclear fallout or clouds of dust and sand-like radioactive particles would reach the Earth within at least 15 minutes of a blast. Radiation poisoning, which harms the body's cells and can be lethal, imagine yourself sitting next to a nuclear reactor, only a million times worse. Air explosions have enough force to knock down houses. The final ripple of the nuke will create thermal radiation area could sustain 3rd-degree burns. Let's just say cooking turkey couldn't have been done any quicker. This can span for almost 6 kilometers, and radius of that magnitude will for sure kill the American dream. This trigger-happy Russian has more nukes than any other country in the world. Additionally, Putin has already put Russia's nuclear forces on high alert, posing a danger to any nation that supports Ukraine. Though hold on, you are probably wondering, even if he launches it, there must be enough time to get away. Right. Well, not exactly. A country like the United States would get these land-based missiles in around 30 minutes. The time it would take for the strike to land would be reduced to 10 to 15 minutes if the launch had come from a submarine situated closer to American soil. What options does the United States have for reactions? Scenario 1. Biden avoids a war with Russia in the first scenario, but this response is insufficient. With this approach, Putin would be told that there would be no repercussions if he launched a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th nuclear attack. Scenario 2. U.S. attack on Russia may result in retaliation from Moscow, starting a 3rd World War. Scenario 3. The U.S. launches a 2nd nuclear strike in retaliation for the 1st, starting a nuclear conflict. Either way, if Putin pushes his red button in his Chegit or nuclear football, even if all his superiors' guys are out of commission, his advanced automated system will stay true to Russia and bring on a nuclear winter. Perhaps best find some thorough radiation suits to match the occasion. The issue is that Putin has threatened, and if he becomes desperate enough, he may resort to firing a nuclear weapon, even though doing so would not alter the situation on the front lines in Ukraine. It only resides as a matter of time whether the finger goes on the button and if his trigger-itching finger goes down hard like a nuke. That's all, folks. We come to the end of our video. Do you think these countries will ever let go of their nuclear weapons? What is the safest way to avert the destruction? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and like this video. See you in the next video.